got a little bit of switch here. Why? Because there's a lot of Lions news and rumors floating around, so it's nice. So we can get into that and training camp. A lot of stuff to talk about. It is absolutely good this time of the season because actual real content is coming your way, and we got to talk about it. So we're going to get all into trade rumors, Jameson Williams, depth chart, and everything in this video. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to go ahead and juggle machetes without ever juggling before, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get cut up. Also, take that like button with you, throw that machete at it, let that bad boy get destroyed. Let's get into today's Lions news and rumors. Quick hits here, real quick. First off, Ragnow, Benson, Cephas, Johnson, Julian Akwara, Melifonwu, and Levi Nwuzurike did not practice today. Just wanted to get that out there. But the bigger quick hit here is Jameson Williams switching his number, folks, to number 9. That is his new jersey number. Now, he hit up Matthew Stafford and let him know if he would be okay from switching his number to number 9. Clearly, Stafford said it's all right. As we know, Stafford is a class act type of guy. And Jameson Williams is the new number 9. Now, last year, a smart idea because number 9 is a pretty popular number here in Detroit. And when he gets on the field, I'm sure a lot of people's going to be having a number 9 on, whether it's, say, Williams or Stafford. It's a very, very popular jersey. Rate Jared Goff's training camp so far in the comment section. 1 through 10, 1 being terrible, 10 being elite. Let me know what you think about Jared Goff so far. I got to give a lot of credit to Jared Goff. I'm going to give this guy a 8 right now. I think he's had a fine training camp, better than expected, and the confidence level is really good. I do like that. What I also like to talk about is trade rumors. Now, if you were living under a rock, then you maybe not heard about this, that one of the best linebackers in the NFL, who happens to be in the NFC North at the Chicago Bears, Roquan Smith, has requested a trade, and he wants out of Chicago. Roquan Smith is a beast. If you don't know who he is, he's 6'1", 236. He's only 25 years old, 2 months after 25, a young guy. Just because he's young doesn't mean he's not talented. This guy was tied 6th in the NFL with 95 solo tackles, 3 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. He is a beast, an absolute monster. And if you know the Detroit Lions, they need help at linebacker in a big way. Happens to be one on the market. But an in-division trade or an NFC North trade like the Lions and the Bears, it always seems to be unlikely, and we're talking about a player of his caliber. But he did request a trade, and our GM has made trades with NFC North rival. You look at Jameson Williams. Lions traded up from 32 to 12 with the Minnesota Vikings and got him. Maybe a lot of teams don't have the ability to trade for Roquan Smith because he's going to ask for a giant contract. Well, the Detroit Lions have draft picks. They have cap space next year, approximately $80 million just sitting on it right now. A hole at linebacker, and we have a connection with linebackers of Chicago. Calvin Shepard, the Lions linebacking coach, was the coach for the Chicago Bears, so he has a lot of insights on Roquan Smith. So the connections are there, and if you read articles, they popped up everywhere talking about the Lions should make a run at him. All you got to do is put Roquan Smith, bam, you're going to see it. There's other teams linked as well, but the Lions come up. Maybe the Lions could trade for it. Talk about trade capital. What would it take to get a Roquan Smith? Well, I hit up my guy, Harrison Graham from Chicago Bears from Chat Sports. I asked him, what is a realistic trade scenario for him? He says some people believe they'll try to get a first-round pick, ultimately doesn't believe that happened. He says a second-round pick and a later pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. That's what he believes. So what have I said here is the Lions' second-round pick and wide receiver Quintez Cephus. The Chicago Bears need help at wide receiver. They get a good one, and the Lions get a bona fide linebacker if this was to go through here. That's what they would get. It would be a win trade for the Lions and the Chicago Bears. But again, would the Bears want to be able to trade such a talented player in the North? Because the Lions are taking away a good player from them, adding it to our team, and the Bears are getting rid of a good player and sending them to an NFC North team. Now, it's possible, though, because if you've been watching the Bears, to me, they're in rebuild mode. They are in a world of hurt regarding talent. Khalil Mack, gone. Hicks, gone. Wide receiver, really good one. Robinson, gone. They have issues at wide receiver. They need help there. So it's possible they could be just say, you know what, we're going to take the best offer regardless of where it happens. So I'm going to ask you guys in the comment section right now, would you trade for Roquan Smith? I threw out my trade package. Would you guys do it? If there's a different trade package, let me know in the comment section. I want to hear your trade thoughts on this one. For sure, let me know. The Lions released an unofficial depth chart. Officially released it today, even though it came out yesterday. And that was by Dave Burkett. And there's some interesting nuggets to look at this depth chart. First off, nothing really interesting there regarding the wide receiver position. We kind of know exactly what it is. Same with the tight end position there. Nothing to worry about. TJ Hockenson, Brock Wright, and James Mitchell's a rookie coming off an injury. Offensive line, nothing out of the ordinary at all. Now you look at the running back game there. You got Swift 1, Jamal Williams 2, and Craig Reynolds 3. Seriously, nothing out of the ordinary. Let's go ahead and jump to the defense. Aidan Hutchinson, Michael Brockers, Aleem McNeil, Charles Harris. Nothing. Julian Okwara, Levi Onwuzurike backup, and Isaiah Buggs. James Houston and Jashawn Cornell back there. And Demetrius Taylor. Now this one's an interesting one because Taylor's actually had a good training camp, but he's still an undrafted guy. John Kaminsky back up there as well. He's had a good training camp. It doesn't mean anything that they don't believe in them. I think what this is, you generally put rookies back. If you look at the old school coaches and a lot of coaches now, they generally want to see the rookies kind of work their way up. So you'll see veterans ahead of them, and that's why I think you're seeing a lot of these rookies back there. Malcolm Rodriguez, same with him. He's had a pretty good camp, up and down a little bit, but noticeable. Better than I think some other linebackers on this team for sure. He's back there as well. But that is interesting that Malcolm Rodriguez is with the, I guess, 3rd/4th string. We'll see how they play this out in preseason on Friday. Still interesting. Chris Board, Alex Anzalone is the starters on this. I agree. I believe that's how it's going to be. We start week 1. And you got Derek Barnes backing it up. But Jared Davis out there in the 3rd string. There's a potential this guy could get cut. He may not make the 53-man roster. Keep an eye on that. Amani Oruwariye, Will Harris is 1 and 2. A.J. Parker out there 3. Not surprised. There is a competition going on with Jeffrey Okudah and Will Harris. But from what I saw in training camp, this is actually makes sense. This is what I saw in training camp. I felt like Will Harris had a leg up on Okudah. Now, Okudah is recovering from an injury. Maybe he can work his way up, but it makes sense. And same with Mike Hughes back there behind A.J. Parker. Tracy Walker and Elliott starting safeties, no issue there. Ifutu Melifonwu, C.J. Moore backups. And Kirby Joseph, you haven't heard really anything in training camp. Again, it's going to take him a little bit. And Brady Breeze potentially not making this team. That's kind of what it means to me. Austin Siebert being the starting kicker makes sense. Now, yesterday he had a bad day, but overall he's had a better camp than Riley Patterson. Godwin Igwebuike back up to kick returner with Khalif Raymond being the starter right now, Tom Kennedy and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, first of all, making the team. And, you know, he's had some practices out there as the starting, you know, kick returner, punt returner. He has, but I really think it's Khalif Raymond's out there. Godwin Igwebuike doesn't surprise me because he was doing kick returns, and he did a pretty good job when I seen him out there. Wasn't fumbling the ball. So, not too bad. We'll see the fight, though, with the Will Harris and Jeffrey Okudah, and the Malcolm Rodriguez, really the ones that stood out to me in all honesty. The Lions are favored by 2.5 points Friday's game against the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, score doesn't matter unless you like to bet, so go to chesssports.com/LionsBet. That is BetUS. Put in the promo code Lions125. You get a 125% deposit bonus. If you're going to go ahead and gamble anyways, whether it be a lottery ticket or a casino, I think this is the better odds, and I would take the Lions to exceed that. I think the Lions will win by more than 2.5 points. Let's talk about training camp really quick. Let's get to the offense. Let's go ahead and jump and talk about the Lions offense so far in training camp. Kennedy had an opportunity to get some reps today because Quintez Cephas, Trinity Benson, is out, and he made the most of his opportunities, just like we've seen with him throughout his time in Detroit. DJ Chark and Jared Goff continue to be on the same page. A lot of completions there. Big one down the left side as well to Josh Reynolds. A beautiful touchdown pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown. With 45 seconds left, a short completion, incompletion. Rookie defensive lineman Aidan Hutchinson got through the sack and essentially smashed Jared Goff. Goff completed a nice pass afterwards down to Amon-Ra St. Brown as time expired. He wasn't able to escape the defense, though, as Hutchinson was all over the field. Hutchinson's big. He continues to be a guy making the big impact for the Detroit Lions on defense. Jeffrey Okudah coming off practice. He can see he's excited, ready to get in the preseason game to show what he could bring out there. Frank Ragnow had a day off, meant Evan Brown got reps with the ones. Lions continue to be good on the offensive line with Evan Brown, as we've seen so far in last year in training camp. The linebackers, Derek Barnes, he had some opportunity with Malcolm Rodriguez. They took snaps with the ones. They both are going to get a long look on Friday. Jefferson versus Godwin Igwebuike, the kick returner, that's taken place. Jamar Jefferson was getting challenged by Deuce Staley and to get, competing with DeAndre Swift. So that's what's really going on with Lions offense and defense. Not a lot of real information as there was no pads on today. It was a lighter Lions practice. But that is what you have for Detroit Lions news. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions.